it's Katya with Lunar Sun Creations. Today I have a video about me playing with alcohol inks. I recently released one of my album tutorials called Ocean Blue. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it down below so you can go check it out. And in that tutorial I wanted to play with some other mediums. So I did a little bit of polymer clay things, some swing tabs in polymer clay, and I made a coral reef out of polymer clay on the front. But I also played with some alcohol inks for the very first time. I wanted to create some ocean scenes, so that was what I was attempting to do. And this is just a video of it's sped up of me going through the process of making some waves and octopus tentacles and ocean scenes. So I hope you love it. Here it is. Okay, so here are the materials that I used. Yupo paper, and then a little bit of alcohol blending solution. This is 91% isopropyl alcohol, and then some the alcohol inks themselves. I've got the Bottle, Denim, Laguna, and Glacier. Then I also used some Dandelion, Ember, the Copper fixative, and some Espresso. I also used a couple other colors, a little bit of a Pearl fixative that I didn't show here. So I'm just laying down some alcohol or some blending solution. I wanted it to be in as much of a shape of a wave to start with, so I kind of had like something to work with right from the beginning. I probably used a bit too much ink, but I was just figuring things out, so I was okay with it. So just getting my basic shape here, and then I kind of went in with a slightly, kind of a blend of the colors, but a slightly different color blend so I could define the background. And then dried all that, and then went back in a couple more times to add more ink to the wave part of it, so I could really define that part of it. Then I decided that I wanted some kind of like sandy beach or desert, or not desert, island or something in the background. I don't really know what I was going with here. Decided that it was too dark, so I blotted it with a paper towel, and then I decided that the line was too straight, so I kind of went in and stippled a little bit, trying to make it look a bit more like sand or something. Still undecided if I actually like that part of it, but... And here I am taking a cotton bud or like a Q-tip with isopropyl alcohol on it, and I was trying to make like kind of foam, you know, like the water foam. Didn't work as well as I'd hoped, but I knew I was on the right track, so I kind of got rid of it and then tried a couple more times and doing different techniques with the Q-tip and the isopropyl alcohol until I kind of got what I liked. It's not perfect, but I was like, it was the very first piece, so I was content. Yay! So then I grabbed one that I had tried to work on earlier and didn't really like it. So there was some evergreen there that I used, and then some crimson, and then I think I come in with a purple, yeah, vineyard. So my goal was to try and do like a little underwater scene with like a coral reef and starfish and that kind of thing. It really didn't work, but I'm showing you the attempt anyway. So this is me trying to do like a kelp forest. I really didn't realize that the alcohol ink would spread quite so much. Like they ended up looking like cactuses instead of wispy pieces of kelp floating around in the water. They kind of look like a cactus forest, but you know. Here I am trying to create like some rocks or, you know, something for the starfish to climb on. That's where the crimson and the vineyard come in, is that I tried, there they are. They didn't really work. You couldn't really see the colors. Everything kind of went muddy. But I do like the little bubbles that I created with the isopropyl alcohol. So I included it anyway. I kind of went over it a little bit with pen trying to define things, but here is the next attempt at something. Again, it was a piece that I didn't like, so I just erased everything. That's the cool thing about yupo paper, is that you can just take the isopropyl alcohol and wipe everything that you've done off and start fresh. It's almost like a plastic. It's not even really a paper. It's almost like a plastic, so the alcohol inks just kind of sit on the surface, and that way they can move around and have really good flow and movement. Whereas if you use the alcohol inks just on regular cardstock, it'll just soak into the cardstock and not move, and doesn't really do anything. So here I was trying to create like really, really textured sand. It was my plan. So I wanted it to have like many layers, a lot of texture. I used a little of that pearl mixative to give it a tiny bit of, like, you know, sand has that like shiny pearlescent because there's little bits of glass everywhere. Like, it's, well, that's what it is. It's little bits of glass. So I was trying to make it a little bit shimmery. And then this is the, I don't know if it's the sky or if it's the water. I have no idea. But I wanted something blue. So I went in over and over again quite a few times, drying and then coming back in with more blue and just moving it around. And I did a little bit of finger painting because it's really hard to resist finger painting when you get the chance to, right? Honestly, I was just getting captivated with the way things moved, so I just kept adding and adding and watching it move because it was kind of hypnotic almost. And then I went in with a trusty Q-tip or cotton bud, whatever you call them, and some isopropyl alcohol, and went crazy with it. I really like the way the ink has the rim, like the dark line rim around it when you use the isopropyl alcohol, so I kind of went a little crazy on that. I don't know if it looks like sand and ocean, but I still think it looks cool. So I'm using it, I'm happy with it, no matter what it looks like. And it was fun, that was the main thing. I had a lot of fun doing it. So I think it looks kind of cool. And I chose one more that I had kind of messed up. I'm just showing you the ones. I did a lot that I played with the alcohol inks for a whole night, so I'm just showing you the ones that I felt kind of turned out. So I'm just kind of getting rid of what I had there and adding some more colors and just trying to create a new base to work from. I did a lot of brush work in this tutorial, or not tutorial, this night, and finger painting. So the next one I'd like to do more of like a kind of wispy, try the wispy techniques with the alcohol ink. So I was just trying to create a different color definition between the background and the foreground. So just drawing that and then adding some more, and I actually let some of those dots, like the bits of alcohol ink that I just put down, I let them kind of dry a little bit because I wanted a little bit more of a definition of them. By this point I felt like I should do an octopus tentacle instead of another wave, so I already had that in my brain, so I kept kind of making things a little bit like like the suckers on the tentacles. Here I'm just trying to define the actual tentacle a little bit more from the background. I had a lot of fun this night when I was playing with these, and I'd really like to do some more. So I hope you enjoy watching them, because I'd really like to play with these quite a bit more and experiment more with what alcohol inks can do. There's so many cool things that they can, so many looks that they can achieve, so I'm pretty excited about playing with them. And for the first time, I was pretty happy with the way that things turned out. So let me know if you're into watching some more of these, and let's play together and learn some new techniques with alcohol inks. Thank you for watching.